If you told me a 200,000 naira phone in 2026 would make me stop recommending safe, fairly used old flagship to people, I would laugh at you like loudly in your face. But here we are. I've been using the Redmi 15 for a while now. This phone actually dropped back in August last year. So by the time you are watching this video, this is not exactly new, but Xiaomi hasn't replaced it yet, which technically make it the reigning champion in this price bracket. And honestly, it earned that title. First thing, this is a big phone, 6.9 inches. If you have a small hand or you are coming from a compact phone, this will feel like a small tablet at first. You've been warned. The whole body, the front, the back, the frame is plastic. Actually, I'd raise an eyebrow at that, but Xiaomi actually did something smart here. This plastic build resists smudges way better than you'd expect, and it comes with IP64 dust and water resistant. That is not waterproof. Don't go swimming with it, but it laughs off rain, spills, and the random Lagos dram pour that catches you off guard. A few things I genuinely appreciate are dedicated SIM plus micro SD slot. It is a hybrid slot where you have to choose between a second SIM and a storage. IR blaster up top. Yeah, you can use your phone as a universal remote. Underrated feature, honestly. Side-mounted fingerprint sensor built into the power button that is fast, reliable, no complaint. What you don't get are a headphone jack and only one speaker at the bottom, no stereo sound. If you are a mobile gaming with sound or movie in the bed kind of person, that is a small thing you need to keep in mind. The screen is 6.9-inch LCD panel, Full HD plus, and it is advertised as 144 Hz. Here's my honest disclaimer, because marketing loves to leave this part out. 144 Hz doesn't mean everything on this phone runs at 144 Hz. Most apps won't push that high. It is more of a, when it is supported, it is smooth situation than everything feels very smooth all the time situation. So you have to manage your expectation. I don't the rap now. That said, for an LCD panel at this price, the color are genuinely solid, punchy enough, not washed out, does the job whether you are watching YouTube video or you are scrolling Instagram. Now, two things to flag. The batteries are still a little bit chunky, especially that chain at the bottom. You will notice it, especially if you are coming from a phone with a slimmer borders. And it uses a punch hole selfie camera design instead of a notch, which does make it more modern than a lot of phones in this range. Out of the box, you're getting Android 15 with Hyper OS 2 on the top. And look, Xiaomi's budget phone software formula has been consistent for years, and it is fine. It is functional. It gets the job done. But one small grip, and I have to be funny about this because it genuinely annoyed me. The control center still has that old MIUI look to it. I tried to fix this. I downloaded a third-party app, granted it every single permission it asked for, like I was signing my life away. Although it worked at first, but then the control center just went back to looking the same. So I deleted the app. If Xiaomi's own software is going to fight me that hard to keep an outdated looking control center, then that is fine, you win. I'm going to use it like that. There are some basic AI feature baked in too, nothing groundbreaking, but genuinely useful for everyday stuff. This phone comes with a decent amount of pre-installed bloatware. Before you even start setting things up the way you like, go in and uninstall what you don't need. Take 5 minutes, save your irritation later. Outside of that, software is just normal, the way Project Xiaomi software should be. The Redmi 15 runs on Snapdragon 685, built on a 6nm process. If you go purely by spec sheets and benchmark number, MediaTek Helio G99, which shows up in a lot of competing smartphones, actually scores better on the paper. Better raw efficiency number, better benchmark score overall. And I'm not going to lie to you about that. But here is the thing. This is coming from actually gaming on this phone, not just reading spec sheet. When it comes to gaming, you cannot go wrong with Snapdragon chip. There is a difference in how games actually feels on Snapdragon processor versus MediaTek processor, even when the numbers on the paper says otherwise. I put this phone through Call of Duty Mobile, my go-to stress test, and I was genuinely surprised. I could push it all the way to very high graphics and max out the frame rate. I could doesn't mean I would, or that you should. the experience at that setting isn't that sweet. My actual recommendation after real testing, medium graphics setting, maxed out frame rate. That is the zone where this phone performs fantastically. Smooth, responsive, genuinely enjoyable. Not good for a budget phone, just genuinely good. Is it 100% flawless? No. Occasionally small lags crept in here and there, but if you close all your backgrounds up before you start gaming, that lag mostly disappear. The phone isn't randomly started for no reason. It is a budget chip being asked to juggle too much at once, manage it properly, and it rewards you. And I need to say this clearly for people who buy this phone and message me 3 weeks later saying the phone is lagging now. It wasn't like that before. The difference between me testing this phone and you using this phone is that I know its limit. I don't push it past what a 200k phone should reasonably be asked to do. You shouldn't either. This is not a flagship. Treat it like a very capable budget performer it is, and it will not disappoint you. Neither this Snapdragon 685 or MediaTek Helio G99 in computing smartphone support 5G. So if 5G is a deal breaker for you, keep that in mind. But on the gaming front, it changes nothing. The camera setup is a 50 megapixel main sensor with an 8 megapixel front facing camera. The rear camera performs exactly like you'd expect from a budget phone in this range. Get yourself good lighting and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Push it into low light and well, it is a budget phone, it is going to act accordingly. Video maxes out at 1080p with no stabilization. So hand-held video will show some shake. Again, it is normal for this price bracket. No surprises there. The front camera actually holds its own nicely. Selfie comes out solid. Video calls looks good. Casual front-facing content is handled well. So I don't think you are going to use this one for content creation, but the front-facing camera is also very, very usable. And now my favorite part of this entire phone, that is the battery. 7,000 milliamp power. Let that number sit for a second. Paired with 33-watt fast charging. And this matters. The fast charger is actually included in the box. Use that charger and you are genuinely getting the fastest reliable top-ups. You don't have to buy any charger separately. And you don't need to charge this phone overnight. If you're someone who is tired of babysitting your battery percentage at 4 p.m., this alone might be worth the price of admission. Is the Redmi 15 the best phone you can get for 200,000 right now? Honestly, yeah. And here is why in one sentence. It is a phone that knows exactly what it is, doesn't overpromise, and delivers real, dependable performance without the hidden risk of buying anything used. Big, tough enough, does and water resistant build, a display that looks better than its price tag suggests, gaming performance that pushes well above its chipset benchmark score, a camera setup that does the basic right, the battery that will outlast your entire day without breaking a sweat. Is it perfect? No. Bezel could be slimmer, and that one speaker is a limitation, and that control center situation still lives in my head rent free. But for 200,000 naira brand new smartphone with warranty, I'm struggling to find something I'd recommend over this. So if you've been sitting on the fence between a risky used flagship phone and something new and dependable, this is me in this video telling you to get the Redmi 15. Let me know in the comment section if you've used the Redmi 15. Did you have the same experience or did I miss something? Drop it in the comment section below. I read everything. See you in the next one. Peace.